Good day, everyone. In today's third lesson, we're going to be designing the braking system. Actually, not just the whole braking system, but we're going to be designing a part of the braking system, which is the brake disc. So if you want to know the first two videos, what we did there is that we designed, actually we just sketched a 2D version of a blueprint by tracing it from the blueprint of an F1 car, of which the F1 car that we're designing is the W10 Mercedes F1 car. So you can just subscribe and have a look at them. And then from there onwards, you can just come back here and then we can start off with designing the brake disc. So because we're going to be designing a lot of cars, not just a lot of cars, I meant we're going to be designing a lot of components. So since we're going to be designing a lot of components and each are situated in different compartments within the car range, for example, the suspension, the steering systems, the pistons, the engine blocks and everything. So we just gotta arrange them in such a way that it will be simple for us to find the components so that we can place them so to finalize some few assemblies. So for the neatness and all of that, you can just do a simple thing that I did right here, which is to create folders. Created like 6 folders for different sections of the car, the body in which you're going to be saving the panels within that folder, and then the braking systems. For example, we're designing a brake disc, and that brake disc we're going to be saving it in that braking system folder, and do the same for the rest of these sections that you see right here. So I'm going to start off with today's lesson, kickstart and start, and we're gonna be designing that brake disc. So keep in mind that we're designing the F1 car from a model from the year 2019. So the brake discs aren't as equivalent to the sizes of the brake discs that the F1 cars use today. So for example, or for instance, the 2022 Mercedes um, F1 W12, it used a brake disc of a diameter 328 millimeters, right? So the 2019 model used a diameter of 278, and it has a thickness of around 32 millimeters and has total holes of 1,260 holes. So we're just gonna start off by doing the full circumference, which is 278. Now we're going to do the surface for which the pad is going to be in contact with. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 185 millimeters in diameter. You can make it symmetrical. Now, just make it a thickness of 32. Now you can just make a bit of a plane. Now we're going to start a subsection. Make a -8. We're going to make a section of where we're going to mount the bell. Project. You can either make this plane invisible if you like. Now for the offset on the inside, gonna stick with thickness of 20. Then we're gonna say the length of 16. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna say 5 right over here, and then we're gonna just take it over there at 90 degrees. Then we're just gonna make a fillet of radius 5. Select the points there and there. Then from there you should just make a mirror. Select that point and that point, and then select the mirror line. Then you say apply. Okay, looks like I can't make that mirror because it's like facing in some sort of horizontal, needs something like a vertical, but then it's okay. You can just make something of this nature similar to that side. It will guide you, and there we go. Then make an arc, and it will show you the circle. Okay, so now I can just finish the sketch. Then you can just say extrude, just select the whole sketch. Then you can just flip, make it a thickness of like 10 millimeters. Then you come back to that very same extrusion. We're gonna need that sketch as a reference for a new body. Now we can just say cut. I can just make this visible. There you have it. Now let's just make it a bit of a circular. If you can't select it properly at this, I just zoom in, just select it like that, and just make an axis of rotation. Then I'm gonna make it 19 in total. Okay, so for a bit of realistics, let's see, make a fillet there, make a fillet there as well, make a supply. Now keep in mind that it has some holes, so for the whole section, now just take it to that edge, and we can start off with designing our holes. Make it invisible. You can start the holes on that point. So the diameter of our holes, they're gonna be diameter 2. Which is 6. Which is 3. Which is 2. And do a 2. Alright. Let's do this then. Come to this point. But wait, you can just make a little bit of a nice geometry. You can just make it in any way you like. So I'm thinking, but okay, I'm just gonna take this kind of geometry, the pattern of the holes. Then you're just gonna make a mirror. Select this portion, select that portion, and select the mirror line. Then say apply. So we're gonna extrude cut. Come back again, make it visible. cut through this section. Then you can just come there and edit those two. Edit feature, select profiles. Say okay. Then you can just make the sketch invisible. Okay, then we're gonna do a little bit of math. So since it has like 1260 holes, and we made a pattern there of 5 holes, so you're gonna say 1260 divided by 5, then you get 252. So you're just gonna make a circular, select all those relevant points, select the axis of rotation. How many? I'm gonna say 252. And there you go. So you can just check, come to the model, go to eye properties, go to physical. So we're gonna select the part of carbon fiber because it's made up of carbon that's actually melted, baked actually. Then from there onwards, it's gonna be good. You'll check it and you'll see that the mass of this brake disc is around 1.384 kilograms. So if you can go and check, the mass weighs around 1.5 to 1.6 kilos. So I guess it's good. Then yeah. So yeah, keep in mind that it's actually baked. They're baked in for several months. So this is not actually going to be a good appearance. So we're going to find a nice appearance for this one. Hmm. Let's see with this one. Good appearance. Let's see. Let's keep finding. Okay, this one will do. Then from there onwards, you can just go ahead and save it. And just say break disk. Then yeah,